most strapped producer on the planet?
Shoki.
I am probably not the most strapped producer, but one day I will be.
We have a competition. We're gonna start it up. I'm gonna start hitting up every producer on the planet. Listen, there's gotta be like a criteria though to producer. Like if you
gotta have at least like, I would say you gotta have at least like 5 million streams under your belt.
There we go. Producers, 5 million streams and up. Enter the most strapped producer competition. We're gonna give away an AR-15.
A strap. We're giving away a strap to the most strapped.
We're giving away another strap to the most strapped from the least strapped. But
from the least strapped producer on the planet to the most strapped. Soon.
But shit, we're close to Atlanta, Georgia, with my man Shoki.
Yeah, nice to be with you, man.
Be quiet, please. Sorry, we got the dogs in the background and shit. But
we got hella dogs.
Dogs galore. What kind of dogs? How many dogs you got?
We got 4 dogs and a cat.
Oh, word.
We got a bully, my dog Tank. We got a blue-nosed pitty named Tootsie. We got a horse named Loki. And then we got a wolf upstairs named Leo. And then we got a cat named Yami.
Fire. How long you been living out here? You born and raised out here?
Nah, I'm originally from I'm originally from Decatur.
Word?
Decatur, Alabama, not Decatur, Georgia. But I moved over here about 3 years ago after I dropped out of school for like music and shit. So
yeah.
But I've been living over here for 3 years now, and I'm about to get a new house in like 2 weeks. So I'm probably gonna stay out here. I like it a lot. It's a nice little area.
So you dropped out of school to pursue music, or were you in school for music?
No, I was in school for I'm back in school now because I'm doing like extra classes and shit, you feel me? Because I'm like 75% done with my degree already. So that's kind of why I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go back and finish it because I mean it's a waste of money if I don't. You feel me? So I was originally in school for computer engineering, and then I realized that math is not my strong suit at all. And so I quickly switched to a cybersecurity major, and then I realized that coding is also not something I want to do.
Involves more numbers.
Yeah, it was just like, bro, like I passed my first coding class fine, and then my second one, I don't know what it was. That shit just ate me alive. Like I just couldn't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me, and that's kind of how like a lot of classes are to me. Like I feel like I'm a pretty smart guy in general. But like when it comes to like book smart, like I don't know. I just feel like I have trouble like focusing.
It's always like it seems like the more creative people don't do as well in school. I might be wrong. There could be people who do.
No, there's some smart ass
like,
motherfuckers now.
But
I would say for the average person.
Yeah, for the average person, majority of the time.
If you can do both, you're a fucking soldier.
You might as well
be a Marine at that point.
Shout outs to you.
Oh yeah, for real. Shout out to producers that are in school like me because that shit ain't easy now.
I respect it. I respect it. You finish up your degree. You know what I mean?
It's always good to have a plan B. You know.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you'll need it. I think you're pretty far deep in this.
Hey,
you know?
Anything can happen though.
Anything can happen.
I'm realistic with it. I mean, shit. I'm doing good for myself right now, but I've seen people rise to the top and then fall straight back to the bottom. So I'm just gonna keep it level headed at all times. You feel me? Just keep it pushing. And one placement don't mean nothing. It's always on to the next one. Like even with the Polo G shit and the platinum, like that's just one step. You feel me?
Yeah.
Got to keep going. Like I got to do it again now.
Yeah.
Now I got to go platinum again because if I feel like if I only do it once, then what does that prove?
Yeah.
I mean, I went platinum, but like. I feel like I'm better than that. Like I feel like I should be multi-platinum already.
You feel like you kind of keep pushing yourself, like you kind of just have this drive to outdo yourself every time.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. It's definitely. I don't have competition at all. Like I'm cool with everybody I work with and shit. Like it's like a family vibe. Like I treat my producers.
The only competition you use yourself.
Exactly, and you don't gotta hurt nobody or put nobody down to get ahead. Like, people don't understand.
I don't think nobody understands that because a lot of the industry is all about clout,
getting
and who
ahead,
you're fucking with, and getting ahead of that person, using people as more of a ladder than seeing them as a person.
You've heard it here first. LA's a cesspool.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. I feel you. I'm not a fan of LA. I go out there often to do shit, but like I'm like, man, why do you guys all live out here? Why?
Yeah.
Why do you guys all live out here?
It doesn't feel like home. You feel me?
It doesn't. Like, I'm just like, bruh.
That's why I love living here. Atlanta feels like home. Even if you're not from here, every time you come to Atlanta, you get that home feel. You get that home vibe. Like you feel like you belong somewhere, even if you don't. Like even if you've never even been there. That's what I'm saying. Like as soon as I was visiting. Well, the reason why I moved down here is because my friend Scotty lived here originally, and he's lived over here. He lived over here part of his life, and then he moved to Alabama and then came back in high school. So that's when I started coming over here when I was like 16 and shit, driving over here and shit. And like I don't know, every time I came, it just felt right. Like it just felt I didn't want to leave. Like every time I was like, damn, like I really wish I could stay, And then my buddy John moved over here with him while we were in college. and he lived over here for like a year. And like I came and visited them and shit, and I was like, damn, like I really want to live here. Like this shit feels right. And so school got to the point where it was like way too overwhelming for me, like mentally and emotionally, bro. Like that shit was going.
I feel that.
And I had a lot going on at home and stuff too with my mom and stuff. So it was just a lot of shit to juggle all at once.
Yeah, definitely.
And I felt like I needed a break from school, and I talked to my dad about it. I was like, I want to pursue music full time. Like I think I can do it. And
were you already doing music at this time? You had a conversation with your dad?
I was doing music, but I wasn't like, it was just way before even like I maybe had like 2-3. I had like maybe the Comethazine placements at the time. Like
how long were you making beats at this time?
Shit.
Did they know
at
about
the time
it?
when we started talking about it?
Yeah.
I was like 2 years in type shit.
Okay.
I didn't start sending beats until like 2.5 years. Like that's when I really started sending out beats, because like I didn't send out beats at all. I started actually, I don't know, how long has it been? I started when I was in junior year of high school. Oh shit, I've been making beats for a long time.
He's just now starting to hit.
It's actually longer than I thought. I don't even, my timeline might be messed up, to be honest with you, but I wasn't in it that far. Like I didn't have placements like that, but
did they know about you making music at this point, or they knew of his interest of yours?
Yeah, so I started off like when I started off making beats, I was like on that realm of, I don't know if you remember like back in like 2016, 2017 when producers were just uploading beats to SoundCloud, like Slight, like people like that, Slight Beats, all those people like that. Shout out to them, because they were like a big inspiration to me for real. Like when I first started, like I always tried to make beats just like dude. Shit was so funny. It was so bad because like I just didn't know I didn't know like rhythm properly and shit like that still. And like I didn't know how to mix for anything. So it was just funny. Like, but like listening to all those guys, like definitely, like it was weird. I used to just drive around, listen to beats. Like I didn't even listen to music, like full songs, like just beats.
Just studying.
Literally just like listening to it, like understanding why they did what they did to do what they did. Like it's weird. Like when I think about music, like it's not like I'm just listening to something now. Like I have to analyze it, and it sucks sometimes because like I can't just enjoy music sometimes. You feel me?
No, I know, because you listen to a song and it's like almost you see how it was made in your head, or you see like the DAW in your head almost.
Yeah,
sometimes.
literally, like you can see the screen.
Yeah,
it's like, but like it's weird because like a lot of the times when I listen to stuff, it's cool because like I understand like they did it their own way, but every time I hear it, I'm like, I would have done something different right there. Like I probably wouldn't have used that sound. I probably would have used this sound. So it's kind of interesting. And it's like, I don't know. I like studying music. I don't have like any actual knowledge of music theory. Like I can't play the piano or anything like that, but I know how to create melodies by clicking in notes and shit, like just based off of hearing it. So that's something that was interesting to me, like when I first started, because I always used to like make my own melodies and shit.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I can make a pack of 10 to 15 beats with using loops in one sitting and have a pack sent out to an artist, versus it would take me like, I maybe get like 4 to 5 beats out, like if I did it in the same amount of time, like all from scratch. You feel me?
So you have more success, like I don't want to get too off track. We're just talking about your dad too, but you have more success sending out loops than you do getting loops, or?
Nah, actually no. I feel like I started sending out loops like this last year, kind of. And like I got a couple placements from it. Like I got the Glock 9 placement with loop. I got all those J. Breezy songs. Most of those are just my loops, except for the one that was recently dropped with Lil Papa. That one I did the beat on.
So you have more success from getting loops and then building up.
Yeah,
the idea.
usually I'm more of a drum guy for sure. Like I like to focus on my drums a lot more.
Gotcha. So when you had this conversation with your dad on the phone about wanting to do music and pursue it, because you just dropped out of school not too long ago, what was his reaction to that?
At first he was kind of like, he wasn't like mad at me, but he was like, I don't really think it's like a good idea for you to just drop out of school. But he was like, he's still supportive of like my music thing, because like he knows I get paid from it and stuff, and he knows like the kind of numbers I generate. And even then I wasn't even, that's what I'm saying, even then I wasn't even where I'm at now, but I was like, he still believed in me. So like my parents have always been supportive of me, but it's more of like they support my decision. Like he might, my dad doesn't like finance like everything I do and shit like that, but like he helps me out where he can, like he'll send me some money because I'm in school, like because he knows like I can't make as much beats right now, so he'll send me some extra money throughout the month. Not even throughout the month, just like at the first of the month, he'll just be like, here's some money. So I'd be appreciative of that. So and then I'm pretty thankful to have my parents like support me. Like
no, that's great.
Yeah,
because a lot of people aren't. A lot of people do have that, parent support, and they like shun it away, kind of. You know what I mean? They shy away from it because they don't think it's cool. I guess you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel for my friends like that are producers, like because they'd be like, my parents don't support what I do at all, and I'm like, damn, like I feel so bad for you, bro, because like that support, like not even a monetary, like not even talking about fuck all the money, like that's just whatever. I'm talking about like the actual like I'm proud of you, like I like this song, like I love the beat, like shit like that. That's the type of shit you really need. Fuck the money. You just need like everybody needs like that backbone support. You feel me? Like everybody can act all independent. I'm an independent ass person. Like I don't ask people for shit, but like I still need that support. Like I need that shit. Like as a person, like just knowing you got people that are rooting for you and shit. You feel me? Like they got your back. Like they're holding you up at all times. Like that's the shit I feel like I need, and that's like why I'm thankful.
Honestly, that's what everybody needs.
Yeah,
a lot of people feel like they don't. A lot of people, for some reason, feel like they don't need it, or they do, and they just don't see that they need that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I understand like being like a very like what's the word, like self-made person, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, dude, everybody needs a team behind them. You need a team behind you for everything. That's why I be telling people like that's why the beats come out better when you have a team working together. Because you know, like now I have like a very like few set of producers like that I work with like on a regular basis. Like I'm talking about like daily type shit. We'll send FOPs, like 5 FOPs to each other and be like, finish it. And literally we get more beats done that way because we don't like, you know, like sometimes you get like, I don't know what else I should do to this beat. And then you just like leave it alone or whatever. But like, I hate doing that with my beats. I don't want to waste them. Like, cause every idea is a good idea in my opinion. Even if it's not what everybody might like, it's still you like it. Somebody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to like it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, even like responding to like hate and shit like that, like for every one person that's going to hate what you do or dislike what you do, there's thousands of other people that love it. So it's
they're going to fuck with it.
Focus on that.
You just can't let opinions matter.
Exactly.
And you sway your judgment.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have feedback for shit. Like it's I wouldn't say like obviously like disregard what everybody says, but like, you know, like the petty bullshit. Like people talk about what you should be doing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. You disregard that shit, bro. Trust your gut. That's always how I've thought, is just trust your gut and everything's gonna work best. So
after you talk to your dad, where do you go from there?
Well, he was like, all right, you can do that, but he was like, you know, you gotta pay for it. You gotta do it. And I was like, all right. And I didn't have that much money saved up because I wasn't working in college, but I was like making side money from music and shit. And I had moved. I bought a U-Haul, which was like $100. When I had moved to Georgia, the day I moved to Georgia, I had like $700 in my bank account.
Damn.
And I was sleeping on my friend's couch at their house, Scotty, and then like my friends that I came and visited, I was sleeping on a couch in the living room. And like I did that for like literally the first month I moved here, and then I realized like I do not want to live that type of lifestyle. I was like, that's not me. Like I'm not this type of person to like sleep on a couch. Like I need like I'm not that type of person, bro. Like I'm like I know some people got I got like I understand people got to do what they got to do sometimes, but like I work my ass off to enough to where I know I'm never gonna be in that situation again.
Yeah.
So that's just something that gave me a lot of motivation. Like being in that position was like, damn, that actually was like a wake up call. Like I need to get my shit together and start making bread for real. Like putting it back, saving it, don't spend it on stupid shit, you know. And like literally since then, like I've been doing nothing but making more money every year. It's a blessing for real. Like it is.
So what was your first placement after you talked to your dad? Because you said you might have had the Comethazine one before.
My first, I maybe had like. It might have been like the first 2 Comethazine songs I did, V12 and Gusher Guts.
Yeah.
Those were the first 2 songs I did with him. And then the only other song I had at that point was the song with Ugly God, the Bitch Where My Hug At song. That was the only other song. And that song, I also produced that in my dorm room. So I was still in college when I produced V12 and that song for Ugly God.
So how did you get those placements? How did those first few placements come together?
Well, Comethazine came about because he posted it was like a different time for sure for him. He wasn't even that big then. He had like maybe like 100K followers at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember he used to post this on his story. He would post like his email and shit, and he would be like, send me beats. And I was like, shit, bet. And he posted his email on there, and I sent him some beats, and like never heard back from him or anything like that. Like he never like responded. And I remember one day I was just sitting in my dorm, and I got a text message, and it was a A&R from Alamo Records, and he was like, hey, you got a song on this Comedizine's project coming up, and I was like wanting to talk to you about terms and stuff, and I was like, shit. I was like, I'm about to get paid for a beat. That was the first. Actually, that wasn't the first time. The Ugly God song was the first time I got paid for a beat. That was actually a surprise.
Yeah.
Because, like, that shit just dropped randomly, and like then like a week later, his A&R from his label hit me up and was like, "Hey, we want to pay you for this beat." And I was like, "How much?" And they were like, $500. And like, that's not even that much, but like at the time, that was a lot of money to me because I was like, I never even made $1 from music, so I was like, shit, say less. I was like, send it over, let's get it going. And that was like the first time I got paid, and then. The Comedizine song was funny. The V12 song was even less. So I definitely did not know how to negotiate terms at the time. Like I did not know how the music business worked at all.
Definitely want to talk about that. Later on, what producers can do for themselves. But your other placements, your Polo G is, relatively new, but you were working with City Morgue before.
Yeah.
So would you say City Morgue was your first like, kind of like? I don't know, breakout might be the right word? Or was that your first kind of like break into the producer scene where you're getting a lot of recognition and stuff like that?
I definitely gained a little bigger following when I started working with them. Mm-hmm. I've always had like a pretty good following, I would say, like people that have just listened to my beats over time. And then over time I've gotten placements and people have came and gone and all that, but whatever. But I've always had like a pretty decent following of people, like just they always supported my beats and shit. So it was cool like starting to get placements and shit and then getting more people to follow me and interact with me and shit and send me messages. Like people send me messages saying like they love my music and shit, and it's just like a cool feeling, you feel me?
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I would say the Comedizine songs definitely were like the first things that definitely generated any type of buzz for me. And then like City Morgue definitely helped bring a lot more people. And then I worked with Scarlxrd too, so
yeah, I saw that.
Pretty much same fan base, kind of. Like, they have the same... I had people follow me from Scarlxrd that fucked with my City Morgue shit, and then I had people follow me from the City Morgue shit that listened to my Scarlxrd shit, but they didn't know it was me. Mm-hmm. So it's, like, it's cool, like, seeing people, like, realize that they've heard my shit before, and, like, they'll be like, oh, I remember you hearing this tag on a Comedizine song. I'm like, yeah, that was me. And, like, it's kind of cool. But, yeah, City Morgue definitely helped bring a lot of buzz to me. I would say they definitely help generate like more fans and shit.
Yeah, you seem to have a great relationship with them right now.
Yeah.
How did that whole thing start?
So it started. I didn't work with them before Volume 2, but we had worked. No, we only worked on Volume 2. Yeah, and I listened to them before Volume 1 came out though. Like I listened to them when they were dropping shit like Bum Bucket and shit on SoundCloud. And, like, those early days, like, that Kids Cuisine and all those shits, like, all those old-ass songs. Like, I always was a fan of them. And then, like, I started sending Sos beats with my friend Ryder and Germ. Germ also, he's like, their pretty much main producer as well. We were sending them beats for, like, Volume 2, and we ended up getting the song with Sos Mula. He's on the Internet Money, I think. Yeah, he's in Internet Money now. Yeah, he's a cool dude. I used to work with him and Germ like a lot more. Nah, I don't work with him as much anymore because we kind of just be doing our own thing now.
Yeah.
But we're still homies and shit. It's still all love.
So what? How did the relationship with you and Sos Mula kind of get going? Because I know you guys got a collab tape coming up that we really wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we got a tape coming out very soon called Too High to Die. It's gonna be like 23 songs on it. I produced like 12 of them, so we're pretty excited to drop that. And there's a pretty cool feature on it, but I can't talk about it just yet.
So is this like you're executive producing the project pretty much?
I mean, we did shit. We did from the time that we dropped the previous tape, 13 Songs to Die To. From that time, we did like over 35 songs, like in the course of like those, like between those time of those tapes. So like, we've done a lot of fucking work like recently. I definitely had a lot to do with the sound of the project. I feel like, it was funny because like people know Sos for like doing like the more like trappy like horrorcore, I guess you would say, type of style, and like we still do those songs and shit. Like don't get me wrong, like they're fun, but like we kind of wanted to bring like a new sound from him. He was getting tired of it. You feel me? Like he wanted to do something new, and he didn't necessarily know exactly what he wanted to do. We had a couple ideas. We did fucking old school beats. Like he gave me references from like 1970s like New York rap, like Bronx rap and shit like that. We did like some like Eminem references. Like we were doing some weird shit. And then he kept posting like pictures of like Playboy Cardi songs on his story, and I was like, okay, so he's been listening to Cardi a lot, and so I texted him like a couple of like Playboy Cardi style beats, I guess you could say, and he was like, they're fine, but like I don't know if I really fuck with them. Like he didn't want to like really rap on them, and I was like, bro, I was like, do exactly what you do now, but do it on the Playboy Cardi style beat. And I was like, trust me, it's gonna be fire. And then we made like 2 songs that night, and then literally he was like, yeah, that's that whole tape. He was like, the whole tape we're doing it this vibe, and I was like, bet.
So what details can you kind of give us on the tape right now?
I don't know. The tape's coming very soon, within the next 3 months. I can say that for sure. Can't give you the exact date, but it'll definitely be out within the next 3 months. We got one feature on the song. We only have one feature on the tape. Can't really say who yet still, but it's a cool little feature. I think the fans are gonna fuck with it. Aside from that, we're gonna be working on we're already about to start working on the next project as well. So we're just gonna keep our foot on the gas, really. Like, we're gonna drop the project, gas it up and stuff, but shit, we're just gonna keep going.
Is this kind of the next level for you as a producer? Really working one-on-one with artists and kind of developing sounds as opposed to just kind of, making beats and sending them out? Because So like you said, came to you wanting to change his sound, and you kind of figured it out.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, it was really cool helping him develop the new sound for real, because like that's what I want to do. I've always wanted to do that with an artist, like lock in with one artist that I really fuck with, help develop their sound, and make it what it is going to be, like turn it into something else, and then help boost their career even further. Like, that's just something I've always wanted to do, and Sos definitely gave me like a lot of creative like freedom with this tape. Like, I sent him some shit I wouldn't really send him usually, you feel me? And I was like just sending it because like he was fucking with everything. And I sent him a lot of stuff that like I wouldn't have really usually sent him, but I was like, just fuck it, I'm just gonna send it. If he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. We move on to the next one.
Yeah.
And there was some beats on the tape that I didn't think were going to be placed that got on the tape. So that was pretty cool. There's a couple of cool different styles on there.
So Polo G, is that the biggest one so far?
Yeah, in terms of like popularity of the artist, yeah, that's definitely the biggest artist I've worked with as of right now. See, that was cool. I met Polo back in 2020, like at the end of 2020. I was running a studio session with Cowboy, and we just did like a 10-hour session that night. So we were there from like 5 to whatever it is, you feel me? So it was late. I don't even remember what time it was when we got done because they left a little early. But we were packing up our room. It was me and my boy Jeff, Cartier Curry. Shout out to him. We were just packing up our bags and stuff. We just got done with the session. And the engineer from the other room walked in. His name's Nove. He walked in and he was like, yo, y'all want to play beats for Polo? And I was like, sure, why not? Like, it's not, you don't get those type of opportunities handed to you every day as a producer. So I was like, fuck it. I was tired, but I was like, I'm just going to try and get this placement real quick.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of that opportunity.
Mm-hmm, for sure. I wasn't even ready. Like, I didn't even have beats ready. Like, I just started, like, I literally, like, put a pack of, like, 25 beats together, like, within, like, 10 minutes. Like, just dragging them to a different folder. Like, I was like, I don't even know if these are going to work, but fuck it. But, we went into the room, and it was cool, but Polo was, like, sitting in the corner and shit, and he was, like, a little more reserved. And he was getting his hair cut by Vic Blends, so we met him, too, and that was cool, I guess. And then Polo was asking us, like, if any of us had been in a session with him before, and, like, none of us had. It was, like, me, him. It was me, Jeff, my old roommate, Jason. He's a videographer, and John Lamb. He signed to OTF, like, Dirk's label. And we were all like, nah. Dirk, I think Lamb had met him like once at like Rolling Loud or something, but like not like that. Like, like he knew him, like knew his face type shit. He didn't know him. So we were like, nah, we ain't never been in the session with you before. And he was like, all right, play some beats. And I was like, all right, I'll play some first. Fuck it. And then he goes, right before I play the beats, he goes, I don't want any piano or guitar beats though. And I was like, well, fuck. That was like, I was like, all the beats I have in this folder are literally piano and guitar beats. So then I started like scrambling through my beat folder, and I was like, I don't label the type of beats I make, so it's like it's just names. So I was like just trying to pick the most dark trap sounding names, I guess, that might have not been like piano or guitars, but like literally the first 2 beats I played were like piano and guitar beats. I was like, damn, this is embarrassing as fuck. And like he didn't like jump on like the first 5-6 beats I played, and that's like the first time it's ever happened with me, like with a artist. Like I've never had a problem like getting them on the beat like immediately. Yeah. And I was like, damn, guess he might just not like fuck with the beats, I guess. I don't know, fuck it. And I was just playing my shit, and like he was like bumming like this, like he was like rocking with them, but like he didn't like hop on them to rap. And then I was like, fuck it. So I gave the aux to John Lamb and let him play some shit. And then like at that point it was like 3-4 in the morning, and like I had to take my roommate back home because he was like tired. And so I was like getting my shit packed up, and Polo was like writing some lyrics on his phone to like a beat or something. And I was like dapped everybody up because I was like about to head out and shit. And like I was just about to leave because like I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was my time yet still for that. And Polo like stopped me like before I walked out of the room, and he was like, I fucked with those beats you were playing, by the way. He was like, it's just not the vibe I was on tonight. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, appreciate it, bro. Like I wasn't like tripping about it or nothing. And he was like, let me get your number, bro. And I was like, bet. So I got his number, I gave him my number, and then like literally we've never even had a conversation since then. Like he's never texted me or FaceTimed me or anything like that. Yeah. But like I straight up texted him beats for a year straight. Like from that night we met, literally the next day, like sending him beats almost like every week throughout the year. And like never heard a single thing back to anything, like never a text or a heart or anything like that. And like I remember it was like 2 weeks before the tape came out, Hall of Fame 2.0. His A&R had hit up one of my guys that works for me, and he was like, yo, we got another song we're putting on the deluxe. And he told him it was my beat. So that shit was crazy because he called me at like 3 in the morning. He was like, you know about the Polo shit? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because like I was like, bro, did he die or something?
Were you like asleep or some shit?
Yeah, like I woken up. I was like, bro, did he die or something? Like what happened? Because he was like freaking out, and he was like, you got a song on the deluxe, and I was like, what? And he was like, you got a song on the deluxe, on Polo's deluxe, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, bro, I was like, this can't even be real right now. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then like literally like I got another call from like one of the co-producers on it. He was like, bro, we made the tape. And I was like, yeah, I know. And like I was like freaking out. That shit was fire. Like I started texting my group chat with like all my roommates and shit. And I was like, bro, I made it on Polo's Deluxe. And like nobody was awake, so nobody texted me back. So it was like I was like freaking out at like 3 in the morning and nobody was awake.
Probably having a hard time getting back to sleep now.
I didn't even sleep, bro. I went back to sleep at like 7 a.m., bro. Like it was fucked. Like I just laid in bed and like just couldn't go to sleep because I was like, damn, like this is like, I've been working hard for this shit. You feel me? Because I literally said, like, from when I met Polo to my friend Jeff, I was like, bro, I'm going to get a song with Polo. Like, I promise. Like, I'm going to work my ass off for it.
You speak it into existence, huh?
Really did. And it was last second, too. It was funny because the beat that got placed, I don't know if we had, like, I'm sure he's probably, like, used some of my other beats before. Like, he probably didn't, obviously, he didn't make it to the tape or whatever. But it was, like, the beat that I sent him, literally, I sent it to him on October 10th. And that's when I made it. And then I found out I was on the tape like October 27th. Literally, it was like one of the last ones I sent him.
Damn.
Made the tape last second. And then we didn't even know that Lil TJ was on it either. Like, I didn't know Lil TJ was on that song literally until the fucking song leaked. Because nobody knew this for real, like, except like a very few select people. The whole tape got accidentally leaked on Apple Music like a whole month before it was supposed to come out.
Oh, damn.
And so, like, I was like, bruh, why? And then I was like, well, fuck it. I guess if it's already leaked, I might as well listen to my song. Yeah. I didn't hear anything. Like I had the beat, but I didn't like. I never heard like the lyrics on it. And I was listening to it. I was like, oh, this is fire. Like I was listening to Polos. All of a sudden, I heard Lil TJ coming. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's Lil TJ. I was like, that ain't Polo. And I was like, damn, we got the Lil TJ feature too. And then I called my co-producer Reapy and Hayes, and I was like, bro, we got the Lil TJ feature. And they was like, what? Because I remember like all these pages were posting about like Lil TJ and Polo were in the studio for the tape, and like it was my song, and I didn't even know it.
That's crazy.
Like all these pages were posting about it. I didn't even post anything about it because like I didn't think it was mine.
Oh. Someone come to the door.
Somebody come to the door.
Maybe. I don't know.
Hey. Stop.
20 more minutes. Word.
Boom. No. Stop.
All right, we should be good.
But yeah. So the industry can be a bitch. You got any advice for producers to not get fucked over? And was there ever a time where you ended up getting fucked over?
Yeah, like I would definitely say every producer should get a lawyer, like off rip, find a lawyer that you like. There's not obviously like there's tons of different lawyers and stuff. Like you can't really like put a like. There's no like necessarily like good lawyer for everybody, but like I think it's like you need to like work with somebody that you trust, like through a friend that might have worked with somebody before.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, like I like this guy, like he did this and this for me, and like just figure out who works best for you. And then like if you continue, like if you like how they treated you the first time around, like when you work with them, continue working with them and like just trust them with your shit. Like as long as they work good by you, I mean that's all you need. You need somebody you can trust at the end of the day. Like that's a big thing with like me with me and the lawyers is like communication. Like I need clear cut communication between me and my lawyer at all times. Like if I text him, I need a response. Like I'm talking about like within the next like hour. Like I need that type of communication with my lawyer because like I'm always on my phone, so I'm always able to respond. But like I need that type of communication because like I have a lot of anxiety too, like about my deal and shit because I've been stuck in this fucking pub admin deal for like 3.5, 4 years now, bro. And like it's crazy. I was supposed to sign to Internet Money like back in last year. Like I was supposed to sign to them and I couldn't sign because I was in this pub admin deal. So that like it's blocked a lot of like blessings, I would say, that I probably could have received. But I mean, at the end of the day, I believe in myself, even if I have a team behind me or not, like solo or whatever, like I know I can make it where I want to be. So I just kept pushing. Like it sucked or whatever, but you know, I ain't dwell on it for too long because I understood like the situation and it's on me because I fucked up and I signed the dotted line at the end of the day, and that's why I'm saying like need a lawyer to look over that shit because if I had a lawyer look over that shit, I would not have signed that shit.
Can you say at all what they got off you or what what was not good about the deal?
I mean, they don't like make like a huge percentage. They make like standard percentage. It's not like anything crazy. Like I'd take like 80, 85, 90% most percentages. Some are 95, 5%. Like I have a good cut, but the problem is they didn't manage my account for the first year and a half I was with them. So none of my songs publishing was registered for the first year and a half of my career. So I never like that money came in so late. Like, because first of all, it takes from like 6 months. It takes like 6 months for you to actually start making money off royalties and publishing and shit off of a song. So, year and a half later, after these songs have already been out, and then I had to wait another half of a year to start making money. So it was really 2 years. Like I didn't make no publishing or royalty. Yeah. And like they never gave me an answer as to why that happened. All they said was the guy who was managing my account money laundered from the company and wasn't managing my account. And that was the best they could do. Yeah. Like, no apologies. They were like, we'll let you out of the deal early. Like, none of that. And then on top of that, when I was supposed to be out of the deal this last April, and they said I couldn't get out of the deal because I didn't mail them a physical letter of me saying I'm leaving when my lawyer sent them an email written out saying I'm leaving. Yeah. So they're just like little bullshit loopholes. Like, they're just like dirty people. You feel me?
Yeah. I think a lot of the industry tries to get over on people who don't or aren't as knowledge. You know
I mean? For sure. Nah, they'll try to take advantage of you at every point, every angle, every single thing.
That's why you got to be lawyered up.
It's a dirty game.
No, absolutely.
There's a lot of love in this game, in the industry. There's also a lot of fucking dirty people that will fuck you over. Yeah. And they don't care if they fuck you over. As long as they get ahead, they don't care. And it's sad. That's just life. Yeah. That's not even just this. There's people in your everyday life that'll do that shit to you. It's not just the music industry. The music industry is a lot easier at exposing people like that, though, for sure.
How important is publishing for producers? I feel like a lot of producers don't understand royalties or mechanical royalties versus publishing.
Yeah, they don't. Hell, even I didn't even necessarily know exactly what it was until like recently. Yeah. Like they're so vague when they explain these terms to you. And like, that's why I got my lawyer and I got him to sit down and explain to me what this shit means. Cause like, I didn't know the difference between a mechanical royalty and then a fucking publishing royalty. I didn't know the difference. And I still, I do now, but it's still
the difference is kind of fucking stupid, honestly.
It's still hard to explain. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it is.
You feel me? Like, I hate when people ask me that because I'm still like, bro, I don't know. I just get paid.
Just for context.
I was like, I don't know.
For context, people watching, we'll pop it up, the definition of each on the screen so they can see. So we don't have to go into explaining it. But honestly, it's kind of fucking stupid, bro. It's just all royalties at the end of the day, but they kind of make you do it differently. I feel like they do it to fuck you up. They make it more difficult.
Well, first of all, there's royalties that you literally can't collect unless you have a publisher. Yeah. Like, you literally can't get your royalties unless you have a publisher, and you have to sign a dotted line to get a collection. Like, nobody is collecting publishing without a contract. Yeah. That's just the game at the end of the day. So that's like, people don't understand, like, there's differences when you get signed to. You could sign a record distribution deal, and then you can sign a publishing deal. They're two completely different things. And people don't understand that, and they just go, they see money thrown at them, and they see they're young, they never had money like that before. They see it, and they're like, okay, this is a good idea. It's on the dollar line, and they don't realize they fucked themselves for the next 5 years. And they'll be broke for the next 5 years. Because like once the label don't give you money and don't care, it's over with. So I mean, that's just the sad reality.
The first Comethazine placement you got when they offered you $500 was that all you got for the beat? Did they offer royalties up front? Did you know to negotiate?
Hell, first of all, that wasn't even the $500. I got paid $350 for V12, and that song has 15 million streams now.
Damn.
But they did give me my publishing and royalties correctly. But I did take I mean, it doesn't really matter because I still got the money. You feel me? Pretty much. But like, it would have been nice to have that shit in college because like I ain't have shit.
Favorite VSTs and plugins? Kind of want to know. What are you using right now? What DAW do you use? First off, we should have gotten to that.
Like the newest one.
Okay.
I used to use FL12 all the time, but then I don't know. I just kind of wanted to switch, and like I tried FL11, and I didn't like the way it looked because it's like old as fuck. So I was like, nah. And then FL20 was like the perfect like balance, I would say, between 12 and 11 because I like both, but it was like I don't like fuck with 11 like that.
Yeah.
But favorite VST? I don't really have a favorite VST to be honest, because like a lot of my shit, like I use like contact banks, and like Contact's probably my favorite VST. Like if we're gonna talk about VSTs, just because you can get so many different banks for it.
Yeah,
like they're fucking huge though.
It seems to be like a lot of the best beats I see, and even watching tutorial videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Like a lot of the best ones I see come from contact banks.
Yeah, a lot of that shit does like. Most of the industry melodies you hear are definitely from Contact. Like a lot of it is like Arcade's another nice VST as well for people like that aren't as like technically skilled, I would say, because like they give you like you literally get a melody off one note. You feel me?
I just hate the monthly subscription model.
I know,
VSTs.
bro. Like,
I hate it so much. Like let me
just
get let me just get the fucking thing outright, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like
buying an instrument.
Why am I paying $10 a month for this when I'd rather pay $150 and have it for my life?
Yeah,
like, literally. Like I don't give a fuck about that.
Like I really fucking hate this. I hope the industry does not go towards that.
They need to stop doing that. Subscription-based VSTs, fuck off.
Yeah, for real.
That's the main message.
For
fuck
real.
off. That is literally the main message of the day. Fuck VSTs. That's the message. Loops are better.
Loops, because I know you said
like
you
loops.
more of a drum guy, so obviously you champion loops. How do you feel? What do you feel about producers who are like, nah, that's not how you do it?
I think they're dumb. Bro, why would you get mad about making the process easier for yourself? That is why people are rich. Like, that's why the rich get richer, because they get rich by not doing shit. They know how to make money by not doing shit. It's the same difference. And like what I was talking about earlier, remember where I was like, I can get like 15 beats out in the same amount of time it would take me to make like 4 or 5 in scratch. Bro, I'm in the business. This is a big competition. Like, it's not like a competition. You feel me? It's not personal, but it's like I'm competing with other producers and getting placements. Yeah. Like, I'm not the only producer sending Polo G beats.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like maybe hundreds, arguably thousands. Like,
hopefully not thousands, because I'm
thousands. Let me tone it back a little bit. Thousands trying to figure out how to get.
Yeah, there's definitely thousands.
Or in attempts.
They'll do anything to get into contact with people like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like that's something you gotta realize in this shit. Like it's every man for himself. Like it's not personal. Like I'm not gonna fuck nobody over to get a placement. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm gonna send more beats than you, and my beats are better. Sorry.
Hey, you gotta have that confidence.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I like listening. I think a lot of producers are actually better than me, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
I think a lot of producers feel that way.
I feel like that's how everybody feels. Like because you like listening to other people's shit. You feel me? Because it gives you motivation. So like I always like learning from other people though. Like I've never feel like I'm too smart to learn anything. There's a lot of things I wish I still learned better, like musical theory. Like I'd love to learn how to play piano. I just don't put the fucking effort.
Do you feel like music theory is even fucking important when it comes to making music or beats?
Not anymore. Maybe back in the day, I would say definitely like back in the day.
You can even do it by ear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know how to, I can play. Like I can't play a piano. Like I can't read the notes in front of me, but I can play a melody. Like I know how to. Like I can play a chord. Yeah. Like and even though I don't know like what I'm doing, like I don't even know what necessarily the chord might be, but I know it's in key. That's all I know, and that's something I've learned from music is like hearing pitch. What's that? There's a certain term for it. It's like pitch accuracy hearing or something like that. You can tell what key something's in.
Yeah, I'm not exactly 100% sure.
Like I can't do that because like I don't know musical theory, but like I can tell like if something's in D sharp minor just because of the pitch. Like I can tell. I'll be like, oh, that's D sharp minor, like or like B major or whatever. Like literally just from the tone of shit. I know how to tell shit by tones now. So I guess it's kind of like being not like deaf in a way, but it's like you can like it's like tone deaf, I guess. I don't fucking know how to explain it, to be honest. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. That's why I never tell people about it, because like I don't know how to explain it still. Like I just do it. It's like making beats is like second nature to me now. Like it's like the same thing as walking. Like I just don't think about it. I just do it.
You just
like,
do.
I hear, like, I'll go through loops. Like I'll listen to my friends' loops and shit, and then I'll be like, I like this one, this one, this one, and I'll keep them there, and then I'll start, like, I'll just drag one in, and then like just do it. Like I feel the vibe of the melody. Like I can I can hear the beat without the beat, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I already know what it's gonna sound like before I even put anything on there. Like I'll hear a melody, I'll be like, Spins 808, Zay 808, Lex Luger 808, like shit like that. Like I already know what type of 808 I'm gonna use on it. Like even with like the melodies for like City Morgue and shit. Like if I hear a guitar, I'm like, I'm gonna use a short distorted Spins 808 on this one. Like it's just weird. Like it's like a second nature now.
Yeah.
It's like Spidey senses almost.
Let's see if we got time for like 2 more. All right, yeah. So how important do you feel like relationships are to excelling as a producer?
Most important. People don't understand, like, you have to have a team. Like, I'm going back on that statement. You have to have a team. That doesn't mean, like, managers and shit like that. I'm talking about like, friends that do the same thing as you, and then you're all working towards the same goal.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, I know if I have 10 producers in my corner that have the same work ethic as me, and we're fighting for the same thing, we're going to succeed. It doesn't matter. Like, we're going to get what we want to go. We're going to get what we want. Like, I feel like every placement I've literally talked about that I've wanted in the past year, I've gotten it. Like, I spoke the Polo shit into existence. I was like, I'm getting this song with Polo. Boom. On the deluxe, and has the little TJ feature, and it's like the 3rd most streamed song on the tape, and it doesn't even have a fucking video or any type of playlisting at all compared to the other songs. Like, the only other songs that are out streaming the song are the ones that have videos and playlisting. Like,
damn,
we didn't even get that, and we pulled more streams than most of the songs. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm
hard.
saying. Like, I'm proud of that shit, bro. Like, that shit was like, I love being able to see that I can do numbers without all that promo and shit. Because, like, I just believe in organic, like, viewers, like, organic viewership, organic love for the song, you know?
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. And last question before we wrap up and get out of here. Your brand that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
You want to go into that a little bit?
Well, I'm pretty much just starting, like, a little clothing brand called This Go Crazy, like, because my tag's, like, Ayo Shoki, This Go Crazy.
Yeah.
And, like, it's cool. We got, like, hats we're about to drop very soon. Probably they're supposed to be here. They're actually already in development. They should be here at the end of the month. And we have a page on Instagram. It's at This Go Crazy with a K instead of a C. So be sure to follow that and pay attention for the drops. We definitely want to keep doing shit. Like, I think our next drop, we're going to do T-shirts and hoodies, I think. And then we're going to do, like, a ski mask drop. Like, we're just going to do cool little random shit.
Hard, yeah.
But we have, like, cool ideas to go with it because we want to make our brand, like, more, like, we want to give people a reason to buy it. So, like, I'm probably thinking about doing, like, drum kits with the clothes and stuff. So, like, so I give the incentive to producers to pay for it.
Yeah, that's something different.
Free drum kit with it. Like, even if they don't even make beats, it's like whatever. Like, they don't give a fuck about it.
Because you got to make yourself stand out now because the clothing game is becoming so saturated.
It is. Everybody does the same shit. Like, even I like our designs, but, like, I'm not going to say, like, they're the most creative shit in the world, you know? But, like, I like them. Like, it's wearable clothes. But, like, yeah, there's a lot of competition out there. I'm more doing it for fun more than anything. I'm not really trying to make it, like, a life thing.
Yeah. Nah, I respect that.
I just want to do like some cool shit like that. Have some like, because I wear hats and shit all the time. Like,
you might as well design your own shit.
Yeah, I just want to have like my name on a hat. That would be cool. Fuck it. You feel me? Like it's just like shit like that. But yeah, be sure to follow us on Instagram. We should have our first hat drop in like January, March this next month. So
word.
That should be coming soon. We're just waiting on the production because we had to get everything from fucking China and shit. So it's like Chinese New Year, all that shit.
And all the fucking shipping delays right now.
Yeah, the COVID shipping delays even worse. Yeah. Like, we're trying to find a local supplier for that shit next time. We're probably going to do that for the shirts and shit so we can get it out faster and all that. But we're also doing a manga as well. We're doing literally our own manga with every purchase of the thing because it doesn't cost shit to make that stuff.
Yeah.
And we have a really good designer. His name's C-Max. He's our creative designer of the company. Most fly artist I know. He did all of the artwork in my room. I'll show it to you after we get done with the interview and shit.
Yeah.
And like he's really creative. Like he's a fly ass artist and I fuck with his shit heavy and I believe in him. So I would trust it. He's done all the designs for our company. But yeah, be sure to check that shit out. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already at Prod Shoki. I post like funny pictures and shit too with like selfies and shit along with my work. So, and I stream on Twitch.
Word. Well, shit. Go follow the man. You know, go follow us, Kult Classic Official if you don't already. This has been interview number 57. 57 now. Damn. Thank you guys for sticking with us. 57 interviews. It's been a good trip to Atlanta. We'll be back. Get Shoki back on again.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully we'll shoot more content. I don't even know what camera I'm looking at right now. I think I'm looking at this one.
I'm looking at that one.
So, yeah, we'll get more content with Shoki coming up. If that's something you guys want to see, you know, hit the comments. Let us know.
Yeah, y'all better show love in the comments. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys. Peace.